And hey guys, welcome back to the channel, back with Midwest Express. Today we're talking about Roadie and Walmart and their interaction between the two of them and some of the flaws that have kind of come up lately that are peeking their head between these two monoliths. So getting to it, I seen a post earlier today and it was all in caps and it had no punctuation and it was just one huge run-on sentence. And I was like, what are they trying to say here? And I kind of broke it down. And their first comment was, Roadie is sending orders to drivers, even though they've been picked up by other drivers, leading to confusion and inefficiencies. And this is not anything new that we haven't seen with gig apps before. However, with Roadie, if you want to cancel an order and get paid, you have to wait 15 minutes. And sometimes the payouts for the wait just isn't worth it. So what ends up happening is when a driver shows up and they find out that order's been knocked out or taken already, they just delete it in the app and they unassign themselves and it goes right back into the system. And the glitch isn't necessarily with Roadie. The glitch is with Walmart because Walmart has to go back in to the Roadie software and let them know that, hey, this has already been picked up. And that's where the hiccup is because the Walmart associates don't want to do that extra legwork. So that kind of explains that a little bit. Next comment was, some Roadie drivers are accepting orders for large and bulky items like TVs without having the appropriate vehicle size, resulting in cancellation. And although this can happen, but sometimes, again, it is not the Roadie driver's fault. So in the Roadie app, we get the dimensions of the orders, provided the store puts the right dimensions in. And one of my recommendations to every Roadie driver is know your vehicle dimensions. Know what you can fit in there so that you don't do this scenario where you show up and things don't fit. So Roadie, to have extra large packages, you have to verify your vehicle size and you have to successfully do large deliveries. Now, sometimes they will offer you giant deliveries, huge deliveries, which necessarily aren't huge. But if the dimensions aren't put in the system right, drivers are going to show up thinking that they can fit it in their car, and sometimes they can't. So again, I fault this on Roadie and Home Depot at times, or not Roadie, but Walmart and Home Depot and just the customers that are putting the dimensions in because sometimes they're not right. Next was Roadie's policy does not require drivers to deliver items upstairs, conflicting with Walmart's guidelines, which expect deliveries to be made to apartments and upstairs locations. And you are right. And this is a double-edged sword for Roadie drivers because in the Roadie app, it allows us to deliver where we want because we are independent contractors. And Roadie is owned by UPS. So if Walmart is going to continue to use Roadie as independent contractors, they can't necessarily say that they want us to go upstairs or go above and beyond because then we're not doing the job the way a UPS driver would do it because a UPS driver does not deliver to doors, upstairs, and whatnot. And typically when I do Roadie orders, I deliver where the UPS driver delivers. So, and continuing on, this policy mismatch is causing issues with product deliveries, leading to products being returned to the Walmart. So, yes. So if things are labeled wrong or a delivery driver gets there and they can't deliver it, they're going to return it back to the store because they couldn't deliver it within the set policies and parameters. So it does cause a lot of mismatches. It causes a lot of headache, and it is just, it's not the matching between Roadie and Walmart. And I think that Roadie is spot on. It does glitch every once in a while. There are issues with the app, but they're minute compared to the Walmart app, in my personal opinion, because Roadie just keeps it short and sweet. And Roadie just had a major upgrade to their software this last week. And in fact, I could not run it off my other phone. I had to switch to my S21 Samsung to run the Roadie software because it wouldn't allow me to use my older phone. So with that upgrade, though, I did notice that they give a lot more tutorials about making sure that the Roadie drivers are taking pictures of the addresses, where before it was kind of just a known, like Roadie drivers know what to expect. But apparently there's been issues. So I think that's kind of Roadie pushing toward the Walmart's guidance of making sure you got delivery addresses and everything in the background. And, you know, one of the things I love about Roadie is they will allow, because you have such big orders a lot of times, they'll allow you to deliver to the garage door, vice the front door, or up to an apartment and whatnot. But, and, you know, this person continued on in their kind of in their rant, but they were talking kind of like the end of days for Roadie. And they brought up a lot of issues that I think that are maybe concerns, and let's talk about it. So Home Depot is changing their gig classifications to huge to avoid mismatches with drivers' vehicle sizes. And that's a store prerogative. That is not necessarily a Roadie. And Home Depot is going to pay more to make orders huge. So I know that a store manager had said that they were going to do that, but I think that if they do that, it's great for us drivers because that means that there will be smaller orders that are marked as huge. And if you have a large vehicle, you'll be making hay. And if you drive for Roadie, you really, to make it advantageous and beneficial for yourself, you really have to have a larger vehicle. Unless you're going to do like smaller baggage deliveries or, you know, your market just has a lot of orders. So, and the next, jumped ahead on me here. So it says, Home Depot is shifting their Walmart Spark delivery services following Advance Auto Parts, which uses both Spark and Roadie, but favors Spark in their opinion. And I think this is all market to market contingent. But yes, Advance Auto Parts does go to Spark much more, or they use their own drivers. And when it comes to Home Depot, I think it depends on the sizes of orders. In my market, that's not happening. Walmart has opened up Home Depot on their delivery app. So I think there's a miscommunication that Home Depot is going away from Roadie and going with Spark. That is not necessarily true. What is happening, from what I've seen in my market, is that Walmart is now offering to order through the Walmart Spark app or through the Walmart Plus app. So when you order through Walmart, you can order Home Depot stuff and use a Spark delivery driver. So if you guys know something different about that, leave your comments below. And also the last of like end of days premonitions that this person has. It says the flower delivery sector prefers to use their own drivers personally over Roadie, leading to potential loss for Roadie in this market. And, you know, the delivery season for Roadie is just starting to pick up, or especially around here, because to me, Roadie is a lot of Home Depot, a lot of Menards, a lot of Lowe's and whatnot, where you could do larger deliveries. So if you have a larger delivery vehicle, Roadie could be advantageous in the spring because people have small cars and they don't want to go get mulch and all these things. But, you know, there's just more opportunities in the spring. But it seems like in their market, they also get a lot of flower delivery. I get no flower deliveries with Roadie. Instacart, yes. Instacart, I've gotten several, but never with Roadie. So it's interesting to see how things go market to market. But, you know, all this talk about like end of days of what's happening with gig work. And if you pay attention to anything that's going on in the world, almost every country in the world is in some type of recession or near recession. And the United States, we've changed the deciding factors of what a recession is, but technically we would be in one. I think that the pay gap between the rich, the ultra wealthy, and the average Joe is broadening. And although the stock market's doing good, I think everyday people that are going to their 9 to 5s are finding out that it's a harder grind just because inflation is so high and the cost of living is so high and insurance and vehicles and gas and everything out there is just inflation has slowed down, but it hasn't stopped. And things are not going back down in price. So it's the new normal. And as people have less expendable funds, they are going to shop less online, which means delivery drivers, things are going to change. And hopefully, the spring things will pick up, and there is a cyclical cycle to all this. Everybody knows somebody that used to drive for Uber, or somebody knows somebody that used to do DoorDash, or used to do Grubhub, or used to do all these gig apps, because people come and go and come and go. And I've been doing this so long that I see drivers come and go all the time, because a lot of times people are just looking for a side hustle just to make a little extra money out there to make ends meet. And when you're doing it full time, it's a different gig. But hopefully you guys get some value out of this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll hit you on the next one. Peace.